Good evening, Kiora from New Zealand. This is Sobik. I've been out of action for about a couple of weeks. And tonight I'm very happy to be back again with you guys. So I'm sure you've been enjoying meditating that we continued from our 21 days sessions. And I am sure you gained a lot of knowledge and experience of Sahaja Yoga in last several weeks. So today or tonight, we're going to start week 5 of the intermediate sessions, which is quite a big achievement, I would say. And if you have carried on until now, then that means the desire to ascend spiritually is there and is working. So today, or the topic for this week is the subtle power within us. And that subtle power is represented within us in the form of Kundalini. Now we've heard this word Kundalini a lot of times in previous sessions, and even during 21 days, right from the beginning, actually, we've heard about this word Kundalini. And in this week, we are trying to see if we can experience the movement of Kundalini, to understand what it is, how to communicate, and how we can hand over our chakras and nadis within us to Kundalini for her to nourish. So today, just like previous weeks, the format is pretty much standard. So we'll just start with a short meditation. We'll talk about Kundalini. We'll listen to Shri Mataji about Kundalini. She talks about Kundalini, followed by meditation, which is important. So, and then we'll have some interaction if needed. So let's start by taking Bandhan, raising our Kundalini and taking Bandhan. So when we start our meditation, it is quite important that we pay attention within us. We can put our hands on our lap towards Shri Mataji's photo on the screen. And our attention at the top of our head. And just watch the thoughts that we have. And while we watch those thoughts, we can take deep breath in, stop for a while, and then breathe out. Then stop again for a while and breathe in again. So we'll repeat that cycle for some time. Let's have our eyes closed, hands towards Shri Mataji on the screen. Deep breath in. Stop for 3 seconds and breathe out. Again, stop and breathe in. While doing that, we still keep our attention at the top of our head. A few more times. Now we can ask, Shri Mataji, please let me know the state of my chakras and nadis in my fingertips and on my palms. So we express this desire that may we be able to have the awareness of our chakras and nadis on our hands. So we will see if we can feel any ticklish feeling or tingling feeling on our fingertips, the heel of our palm or the center of the palm. Sometimes the blockages may manifest as a very soft or knotty feeling of pain in the fingers or palms. All right, so we put our attention at the top of our head again. Look at our thoughts now. See if we are a little bit more settled down than when we started. So we can ask, Mother, please put me into meditation. All right. So let's move on. The topic for tonight is the subtle power within us, which is Kundalini. Kundalini is the power of pure desire. Why we call it pure desire is because it gives us the desire to seek our spirit. When we get our spirit, when we experience our spirit, the only feeling that we get is the feeling of joy. So that we can look at the world around us in a state of witness. In Sanskrit, the state is also known as sthita prajna. That means the one with the knowledge of everything, but witnessing everything rather than getting involved. So the pure desire gives us joy, whereas all other desires, other than this desire, takes us into the state of happiness or grief, sadness. So if the desires are fulfilled, say for example, I want a car, I get a car, I get happy, but then that state vanishes. And if I don't get the car, that turns into sadness. So the state actually changes between happiness and sadness. That is the result, or the result of the gross desire that we have within us. But the pure desire to have the spirit, or to be the spirit, to be the spirit and to experience of being the spirit gives us joy. So that state, once experienced, gives us the capability to not be too happy when things work for us, or be too sad when things do not work for us. So we just are able to look at everything as just a play. Anything that happens is going to be good for our spiritual ascent. I'm not worried about all other material possessions or achievements. So while meditating every morning, every evening, even during the day, we just ask this Mother Kundalini within us to manifest this pure desire, or manifest herself within us to be the spirit. So whatever we have learned until now, and the most important thing that we have learned, to be in thoughtless awareness, is the manifestation of that pure desire within us. All other desires will result in thoughts and reactions. whether they are fulfilled or not. This results in thoughtlessness. That's why the pure desire is so important. And that resides within us is the power of Kundalini. So again, let's take a couple of deep breaths. Eyes closed. Attention at the top of our head, hands on the hands on the laps, facing upwards. And our attention also on our breathing. Let's check. Are we in meditation? How do we know? Are we able to watch our thoughts? Or are we being swept away by them? Ask ourselves, am I in meditation? Okay, now let's have our eyes open and we will watch a little animated video of the position and nature of Kundalini, where Shri Mataji is also speaking in the background. Just try to understand where the Kundalini is and how it rises up. We can still have our attention at the top of our head.
All the heavy things all go down. But the Kundalini rises higher and higher and higher because it is like fire. Fire never burns down. It always burns up. She looks also like fire. And she has the capacity of fire. The fire has a capacity to purify and to burn off whatever can be burned. It purifies the things which it cannot burn, and burns up the things which are inflammable, which can be burned. So the quality of fire that exists in the Kundalini burns off whatever is useless. Like in our house, we find all the useless things. Then we take them in the garden and burn them. Finished. Once for all, they are finished. So when the Kundalini rises, she also burns off all useless things. All your useless desires, your useless ideas of action, all sorts of useless accumulation of feelings and egos and every sort of a nonsensical thing that is in between. Everything is burnt up by fire. Because they can be burnt. They are not eternal by nature. They are not eternal. They are temporarily there. All that is temporary, she burns up. And that's how she enlightens the spirit. Because spirit cannot be burned by anything. But this burning is so beautiful that it burns off all that is bad, stagnating, all that is polluting, all that is a disease, and cools down the system. It is very interesting to see how this power of fire becomes a cool breeze. So Kundalini within us expedites the living process within us of our evolution. So the power of Kundalini is to purify. She purifies us like fire. She doesn't purify us like water. Surprising. She doesn't purify us like water. Now water, what does the water do? Water never burns off it. But it dissolves certain things. It can take in something within itself. See? It can contain some of the dirt within itself. Supposing you put a color in the water, it assumes the color. But Kundalini does not assume the color. She burns. Do you follow my point? So if you have anything wrong with you, she'll burn it off. But she'll not absorb, she's pure. She cannot absorb those things into her that will pollute her. She cannot be polluted. This quality of fire, say for example, if you put fire, gold in fire, silver in fire, you can purify it. The pure form comes. That's how you know. But if you put gold and fire in water, nothing will happen. At the most you can wash them from outside. But in and out you cannot do. So outwardly you can do with other things. But with Kundalini you do in and out. The face also looks beautiful, as if some glazing has taken place on the face. A new, bright face. It's not sallow, neither it is horribly burning, nor is it pale and ugly looking, but it becomes radiant, radiance. That's what Kundalini gives you.
So the pure desire within us that purifies us from within, our chakras, nadis, whatever impurities we have within them that can be burnt off by Kundalini will be burnt off and washed away. Whereas the chakras and nadis that it does not burn are purified. So we can express our earnest desire to this motherly energy within us and ask, Mother, please be awakened and rise within me. Please purify all my chakras and nadis. Please burn off all the impurities that I have accumulated over them due to my desires, emotions, and actions. Let them be completely dissolved into your purifying power. Okay, so if you have got your foot soak bucket ready, then it's time that we dip our feet in there. But before doing that, let's put our with our right hand, rotate around the circumference of the bucket in clockwise direction. Left hand still on our lap, and ask the water element to vibrate and to take all the negativities from our being into the water element. Okay, so let's put our feet into the water. If you do not have bucket and you're sitting on the chair, simply put your feet on Mother Earth, separated, not joined together. And you can dangle your hand towards Mother Earth, both of the hands. If you're sitting on the ground, you can put both your hands on Mother Earth. So with salt in the water, we have got earth element in there. Our hands on Mother Earth or towards Mother Earth. So we can say, Mother, to Mother Earth, Mother, please take away all the tensions, heaviness, negative energies from all my chakras and nadis into the earth element. Please dissolve them into the earth element. Let the salt in my foot soak bucket absorb all those negativities through my feet. While we do our foot soak, we keep our eyes open and we can look at Shri Mataji on the screen. If we don't have, we can have Shri Mataji's photo now on the screen. While looking at Shri Mataji's photo, let's have our attention also at the top of our head. And we sit in a reactionless state. We do not ask questions to ourselves. If there are questions coming in our head, we can say, not now, go away. If there are any thoughts, we can say, not now, go away. Next few seconds, we'll just stay in this state. Let Mother Kundalini work within us. Okay, now let's have our left hand on our lap. Right hand is still towards Mother Earth. While our eyes are open and looking at Shri Mataji, we'll also put our attention on all our desires, all our emotions. We don't have to remember any specific desire or emotion, but it's just in general. All those desires and emotions within me that create hurdle in the path of my spiritual ascent. Let them be taken care of by this divine energy. You can ask, Mother, please take away the effect of all the desires and emotions I have within me that are obstacle in my spiritual ascent into the earth element. Let them be sucked and dissolved into the earth element. Also, please give me the capability to know and realize whenever the desires and emotion pop up in my being, that how they are going to affect my spiritual ascent. Please make me aware to be able to just witness them and not to be involved with those desires and emotions. So the whole idea of knowing the Kundalini, Mother Kundalini within us, is to go above and beyond these desires and emotions and be able to look at them as witness. Mother, please balance my left side. Okay, let's now take our left hand towards the sky, right hand on our lap. We continue to watch Shri Mataji's photo and be reactionless. If our mind reacts, brings up questions and thoughts, we say, not now, go away. Next 20 seconds, let's do that. Now we can put our attention on all our futuristic plannings, our thoughts, all our mental projections, and overactivity. Mother, please dissipate the effect of all my right-sided activities into the sky element or ether, into the ether. Please absorb all the excessive heat from my right channel into the ether. So next 20 seconds, we allow Mother Kundalini to work on us. So we just watch our thoughts. All right, let's have both our hands on the lap now. Now we can revolve our right hand around our void area, around our stomach, around the circumference of our stomach in clockwise direction. We are clearing our void. Now void is made up of water element. So while doing foot soak, it is a good idea to clear the void using the water element. So we can ask Mother, please clean and clear my void using the water element and dissipate all the negativities that have gathered in my void into the water element. If you feel any pain in the specific area or tingling or naughty feeling around your stomach, you can put bandhan on that particular area. For example, if I'm feeling here, then I would put bandhan on that particular area rather than on the whole stomach. So you can see and feel if there are any feeling at the specific point on your void in your stomach. And we can rotate, take that and flick it into the water. So we can rotate, take that and flick it into the water. So rotate, take and flick. Rotate, take and flick. All right. So with our eyes closed now, for next few seconds, we can put our hands at the level of our chest, palms open, attention at the top of our head. See, ask ourselves, am I in meditation? You should be able to see within your head, there are no thoughts. All right, let's rinse our feet now. And put aside the foot soak bucket a little bit away. And we'll now listen to Shri Mataji, and she talks about Kundalini again. So we can have our attention at the top of our head, hands open towards Shri Mataji. And while we listen, we can have our eyes closed or we can watch Shri Mataji. So, but as I said before, let's do it in the state of meditation without any reaction. And if our mind is reacting, we just say, not now, go away. Let's watch the talk.
Today we have gathered here to do the puja of Adi Kundalini as well as your own Kundalini. First of all, I think this is the most important thing to understand about your own Kundalini, as self-realization is self-knowledge. And the one who gives you self-knowledge is this your own Kundalini. Because when she rises, she points it out what are the problems on your chakras. Now, we say that it is pure desire. But we do not know what purity means. It means your chaste desire. It means it has no lust, greed, anything in it. That power is your own mother and is settled in your triangular bone. She is your own mother. She knows everything about you. It's like a tape recorder. She knows everything about you. And she is absolutely the knowledge. Because she is so pure. And whatever chakras she touches, she also knows what's wrong with that chakra beforehand. So she is quite prepared, and she adjusts herself fully so that you do not get a problem by her awakening. If any chakra is constricted, she waits and goes on slowly, opening that chakra. Now this Kundalini is the primordial power which is reflected within you. And within you, in a human being, it is like many strands of energy. So it's like a rope. And these energies are all twisted together to form this Kundalini. In a human being, these strands are 3 into 7, that is 21, raised to power 108. But when your Kundalini rises, 1 or 2 strands out of this come up and pierce the fontanelle bone area. Only 1 or 2. Because it has to pass through the innermost nadi, known as Brahma Nadi. It's all a spiral throughout, because Kundalini is a spiral, and these nadis are also like a spiral, like this. So the innermost nadi is the Brahma Nadi. The outermost nadi is the right side. And the second innermost is the Ida Nadi. So through the Brahma Nadi, she starts sending those threads. By that, they relax the center. By the relaxation of the center, the sympathetic nervous system also starts relaxing. And when it goes to the Agya Chakra, then your eyes start relaxing, your pupils start dilating, and your eyes can become like mine, very black, absolutely relaxed. So you can easily see in a person how far is the Kundalini. If it has pierced the Agya, then the eyes will be completely dilated and will be shining. And then she enters into the Sahasrara. Now it is absolutely pure light of knowledge, love, compassion and attention. All these three things are in that energy. We know of many energies like electrical energy, we know of light energy, we know of other energies. But these energies cannot think. They cannot adjust. They cannot work on their own. They are to be handled by us. But this energy itself is the living energy and knows how to handle itself. It thinks. If you see a seed being sprouted, you'll find at the tip of the seed there's a small little cell which knows how to go around the soft places and then how to encircle the stones and then how to find its way to the source. That cell has got, I would say, a little Kundalini in it, the way it moves. But within you is a tremendous force of Kundalini exists. So you have a storehouse of compassion which can be enlightened by the Spirit. You have the storehouse of love, compassion and knowledge and ocean of forgiveness. When people get realization, they do not understand that they have to now grow. And why they don't grow? Because they do not ask for these energies. A person who is a realized soul, if he says that I have to have more compassion, my compassion is not all right. My concern about others is not all right. My generosity is not all right. I'm exploiting others. I'm exploiting their love. Then this energy starts moving, giving you that greater dimension of love and compassion. But if you do not want to be growing in your awareness, then she says, all right, he is a half-baked Sahaja Yogi, let it be. She doesn't supply that energy which is stored within you. I told you, 3 into 7, that is 21 raised to power 108. So what a storage you have within yourself.
Let's continue to be in this state with our eyes closed, hands open, tension at the top of our head, and checking our thoughts, our reactions. Asking ourselves, am I in meditation? Mother, please help me be in meditation. we can still check in our head, our mind, see if we have got any thoughts. If we actually entered into the depthness of meditation, was it enjoyable? So this experience, can we take ahead into our day or night and be completely assured that the mother within us is looking after us? Let's take one then. So if we have any question or if we want to share anything, we can do that now. From tomorrow, for the rest of the week, we will combine our meditation with foot soak, or combine foot soak with meditation, whatever. And we also will listen to Shri Mataji, where she has talked about Kundalini on different occasions, and get some more knowledge about it. But the foremost thing is our experience. So for the rest of the week, when we meditate, we put our attention on our Kundalini, at the base of the spine, and also check if we can experience or feel the Kundalini at the top of our head throughout the day. So whenever we remember and we are at the right place, we can put our hand up our head and check if we can feel that coolness anytime, and see if we can be thoughtless for a few seconds, even in the day, during the day, as many times as you want. So we are expressing our desire for the Kundalini to go up and up again, so that she can throw more and more strands of Kundalini into our Sahasrara, and we get more and more powerful meditation and experience. So if we want to share anything, we can share now.
Okay, thank you. So Bex, nice to see you back.
Thank you, Carol.
Yay, Shri Mataji, that was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Mohan, thank you.
No problem, you're most welcome. Any questions anyone got? Please feel free. This week, Sobik will be leading the sessions around, as he mentioned, right? Topic Kundalini, the energy within us. Yeah. And the idea is about everyday session is to little bit, learn about that topic, from Shri Mataji herself. And then we foot soak. And the idea of the foot soak is to actually experience that energy. So as it said, right? In Sahaja Yoga, the experience is more important than anything else. So we want that experience to be, be there. And that's where, so weekday sessions are more about learning about that topic a little more further, and make sure that we experience that through cleansing ourselves in foot soak and then meditating. So yeah, please join every day as much as possible, and yeah, enjoy.
Yeah.
All right. If we don't have any question, then we can wrap up, I guess.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining. Let's meet tomorrow.